soon as I see her, it's gonna be two hands. Boom. I already let her know.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Taste of Reality. My name is Queenie for those who don't know me, reviewing Love is Blind Season 2, Episode 2. Before we get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Shane is a messy man. But let's start with some good stuff. Let's start with Nick and Danielle. It's time for them to meet and the vibes.
I was so scared.
Why were you so scared?
What do you think? I was like, what if he doesn't think I'm cute?
Of course I think you're cute.
So like I said before in the last review, my only concern is whether or not they will clash because they have very similar personalities, but we will see how that goes. Back to the couples who are still trying to make a decision. We have Jared and Ayana. They're still going good. Things are still, great. And they started talking about future plans and sexual intimacy.
Are you like a very affectionate person or?
I can be. Like, I don't have to be like making out and stuff. Like, I'm not a big make outer, but.
What? You don't like to kiss?
I'm not gonna lie, like, saliva freaks me out.
So Jared is still stuck between Mallory and Ayana. And even though I know that he ends up, picking Mallory, I felt like his connection with Ayana made more sense. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because Mallory did have a stronger connection with her person. I think it was Salvador. Something about Jared, to me, matches better with Ayana. I see future. I see long-term. But with Mallory, I see somebody who's like a homegirl who he can kick it with. And maybe that's what he wants in a partner. But long-term, I just didn't see it for him. But anyways, he's stuck between those two, while Mallory is stuck in her own love triangle. She's really into Salvador. But the more that she's talking to him, it seems like he's a little bit of a prude in comparison to her.
Never have I ever slept with someone of the same sex.
I have never.
Okay. I have, so I will drink. Okay, never have I ever had sex in a public place. Well, that's a lie. I definitely have.
Really?
Never have I ever watched porn.
You're chugging, right?
I don't know. It's even fun to do it with someone else.
Oh my God.
We're going to put a pin in those two because the drama with this love square, I guess you could call it, is about to get intense. Let's go back to Natalie's love triangle. She decided to have a chat with Shane because he's her only connection, really. And he tells her that there's no one else but her. Problem is, he also said the same thing to Shayna.
What happened?
He asked me to be his girlfriend. Little champs?
She made sure that she told me that you said that, by the way.
Oh my God.
I'm asking you a question.
I know, but I'm like, who cares?
I care.
So because Shane is, proving to be not a stable connection to stick to, she shifts her focus to Kyle and they talk about raising up kids, they talk about religion, and they realize that they are on literal opposite spectrums on the religion scale.
You're asking me if I'm okay with you instilling the religion into our children?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, but like, what about
Ultimately,
you?
the kids will get to decide just like I did. The science doesn't check out.
Says who?
Says a lot of people. I am resistant to brainwashing.
I think you are brainwashed.
I could argue the same.
I actually found it refreshing to see a conversation about religion on a dating show. I feel like sometimes they maybe touch on it, but they don't really go into it. And I love that they had that kind of philosophical debate. She's like, well, God is science. And he's like, no, that's not how it is. Big Bang, evolution. I'm like, something that doesn't have to do with sex or how many partners have you had in the past. Like, please, let's get to real life conversations. So this ends up being, kind of controversial for Shayna because she really likes Kyle, but the fundamental beliefs are a problem for her. She wants to raise her children religious. He doesn't mind it, but he ultimately wants his children to make their own choice. Granted, everybody's okay with saying that, but when the children are actually here, you kind of want them to pick the beliefs that you have. But we're going to table that. We're going to talk about Deepti and Shake. Deepti and Shake are an interesting couple because they are Indian Americans, Indian being from India, who date white, but somehow found a connection with each other. Not to say it can't happen. I'm just like, was this planned by production? Is production trying to make us think that, you know, love truly conquers all? Please. I don't buy it. I don't know who's with me, and I could be jumping the gun, but I don't see them walking down the aisle. And if they do, I don't see them lasting. I'm going to be a pessimist and say that. Sorry, I am. Shake has proven to be pretty stuck on superficial things, and Deepti didn't really like that because she struggled with body dysmorphia as well. And so when she shares that with him, luckily, Shake was very receptive.
Did I ever tell you that I lost a ton of weight?
No.
Like close to 70, 80 pounds probably.
Wow.
So it turns out that Shake was also a chubby kid growing up, and he is now having the revelation that he might have internalized a lot of insecurities and projected it onto the type of women that he wanted to date because he had a sense of shame of where he was coming from, you know, being somebody who was chubby and maybe not getting the attention and then finally having the perfect physique that you want. You probably want somebody who embodies those things as well so that you feel confident within yourself. So he's having that revelation. He's like, wow, I've learned so much from her. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I used to talk this way. And he decides to propose.
Will you make me the luckiest man in the world and marry me?
Oh my God. Man, I feel like fate has just gravitated us towards each other. And 1,000 times yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
I'm going to keep raining on their parade until they prove me wrong. I am. I'm going to jump a little bit and talk about when they met. At least they are physically very physically attracted to each other.
Oh my God.
Hi.
Oh my God. Oh my God, you're so beautiful. Holy shit.
Hi.
That booty, look at that booty. Oh my God, you're perfect.
Hi.
He also did something where he touched her feet, which Deepti said traditionally that's something that a woman does to the man, basically like a signifying that the woman, you know, vows to be submissive to the man. And she was like, I'm not doing that. But she was very appreciative that he did that for her. So I'm like, oh, glimmer of tradition. Still don't buy it. I'm keeping my eyes out on them. I'm so sorry that the episode be jumping back and forth. That's just how they produce the show. Okay. Touching on Jared and Ayana for a little bit. He has been getting very close with her, and he shares the ICU story with her.
I had an issue with someone who I thought was a really close friend of mine. There had been friction between us for quite some time. We had like an issue. I never saw the knife in his hand. I was stabbed. Yeah, I ended up passing out. That's all I remember. I woke up the next morning and I have all these fucking tubes down my nose. I didn't even know that I was gonna make it.
He's kind of taken aback by the connection that he has with Ayana because he felt like he's been able to let his guard down very quickly with her. And she obviously is doing the same. She decided after this conversation that, actually, no, I think it was during, I think she told him, you know, you're my person. You're the one that I'm pursuing. So like, if you're in, I'm already in, right? He's still torn on Mallory. God knows why, because preview to episode 3, she leaves you. Because we all saw that coming from episode 1. I'm just saying. But yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. I still need to finish episode 3. I don't know if maybe he's gonna do a double back to Ayana. You think? No. No, he wouldn't. Would he? Not me having an internal crisis, child. Mercy. Let's move on from them. So Kyle and Shayna, if you remember, of course you do. It was like 3 minutes ago. They have difference in, core fundamental beliefs, but Kyle is still really into Shayna, and he decides that he's going to propose, which is beautiful. It was beautiful. It was nice, but Shayna is very hesitant in accepting, but she does.
Yes.
Oh my God. I'm dying to just grab your face and kiss you.
I'm like in shock. I haven't put it on yet.
Are you excited to see me?
I'm so excited to see you.
Now here's where I'm looking at Shayna sideways. Shayna, you already have a failed engagement. And you expressed earlier that you have a fear of making the wrong decision. Now you're in a situation where somebody has core fundamental differences from you, yet you decide to accept the engagement as if it's compulsory. It's optional. You could have said no. Later on, you see her get emotional because she's scared of making the wrong decision again. You made the wrong decision. I want them to work only because I like Kyle, but if somebody came to me and they said they were atheists, I would say, hell no, absolutely not. Even if I said hell no, they'd probably be like, what's that? Because they don't believe in that, because you got to believe in God to believe in hell. But yeah, like I respect your beliefs, but I cannot procreate with you if you don't believe in God and I believe in God. It doesn't work that way, I don't see him being the type to change for anyone. I don't see her being the type to change for anyone. And he proposed with his mother's ring, and he was like, you remind me a lot about my mother. She was very religious. Okay, and you are not religious. Your mom was religious, not you. This is a recipe for disaster, you guys. Let me know in the comments below how you feel about this union. Do you see them going far? Because I don't. Do you think she made a mistake? Because I do. And even if she picked Shane, I thought that was a mistake too. It's all a mistake. It's all a mistake, Shayna. You picked wrong. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video.